You sound like an old-timey radio announcer.
Radioing in from the field.
That's right, everyone.
Theobald.
Racking up electric ties.
That's good.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Oh, no. Hold on.
What?
Jesus.
There we go.
Oh.
We lost the devil for a second. There we go.
What in the devil?
Exactly. Oh. That's too much.
It's definitely too much.
That's too devilish. There, how's... Nope.
Tuning it in. Nope.
Oh.
That's too Phil. That's too much Phil.
Too much Phil.
Also
now
true.
Nope. Now I'm the... Nope, not the devil yet.
Nope.
Am I the devil? That's a little more devilish. There
There
we
you
go.
That's much better.
What a bad idea this was.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. There we
Phil,
go.
can you send that my way?
Send what your way?
Box up the stuff.
Oh,
Just
the Go XLR?
Go XLR.
Oh, you know what? I lost the box.
Damn.
Sorry, dude.
I guess you can keep it.
I guess, yeah. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
We've been
Hello and
recording
welcome to episode
we're starting now.
801 of the Player
There it
One
is.
podcast for Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. I am your host, Chris Johnston, and with me as always from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Yellow.
How's it going there, sir?
It is going.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got? All right,
Yep.
then. And from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Why, that's me.
That's right.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Excellent.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
We just did our 800th episode not too long ago.
It was not quite a week ago,
Not quite a week ago.
as the crow
Yeah,
flies.
because we are recording this episode early.
We are.
So as to not let Greg do a solo Gaming Steve style show.
I don't know why.
I still think
Would've been
we
All
should.
fine.
all about Gran Turismo or something.
Oh, that's what it would have been, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we can't let that happen.
You're saying you're acting like it's a bad thing.
Can't let that happen. It would be like me doing an All Sea of Thieves podcast. What is happening with Phil?
I don't know. Where did I go?
Oh my God, there's
Yeah,
another
we've got-
Phil now.
Two Phils.
Wait, there's two Phils?
They're
There's
replicating.
two Phils.
Somebody
Oh,
clearly
this
got
is
him.
too good.
Somebody
What
clearly
happened?
got
Now,
him
see,
wet.
On my screen, I'm not seeing any Phils.
You can't see the other Phil? Okay.
There I
another
am.
The
Phil
other Phil's
anyway.
gone.
Oh,
We
I'm
killed
back.
The other Phil.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Multiverse
gosh.
Phil is gone.
That
This
was
is
a
what
little
happens.
weird.
We need these extra 2 days of prep time.
Unless you're a multiverse Phil.
Well,
What?
am I the evil Phil or the good Phil? I
There's
think you'll
only
have
one
fun
Phil.
figuring
Good
it
Phil?
out.
There's only the evil Phil.
I was
Wow.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
I don't know.
Evil Phil has a
Maybe.
mustache. He's mustachioed.
And he's named Flexo. Oh,
boyos?
anyway. How you guys doing though? 800 episodes down. We can really slack off now.
It's true.
Now?
Yeah. I like how when Phil and I were like, let's do a Switch retrospective, sort of like talking about the last 5 years of the Switch. Greg was all like, no, it'll mess with the formula.
I don't even know what
It'll mess with the formula. I mean, we normally do retrospectives on machines that have, are at least a generation removed from the current generation.
Yeah.
Just because you guys are Nintendo fanboys doesn't mean we need to make like Nintendo's. There's already better shows than ours that are focused on Nintendo.
Well, that's true. Yeah. That's not hard to find.
I don't know.
Well,
People like the Switch.
it's a good
I
system.
didn't say nobody liked the Switch. I said
No.
nobody would like our show about the Switch.
Yeah, it seems like you lack confidence in our
I
abilities.
absolutely do.
I don't.
800 episodes has taught me.
I don't like that.
There you go. So we won't be doing a retrospective on the Switch because Greg doesn't want to do it. So, but
Because why are we doing a retrospective on a console that's still active and
Well, it's not
popular.
a retrospective. It's
No.
just it's an
CJ keeps
anniversary
saying
celebration.
retrospective.
It's a celebration
Yeah.
CJ keeps saying retrospective.
of perfect for Switch. Every game. Perfect
Exactly.
for Switch.
See, we've moved past that moment. Let's not go
Have we
back.
though? Have
It'd
we?
be our top 50 games we want ported to Switch.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some news that happened this week. Nothing happened. No, Sony had a state of play presentation. It was focused on Japanese game developers. So there were a couple interesting things in this, but really I want to touch on the most important of the announcements, which is, of course, that Konami is releasing a compilation called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Collection. Includes 13 games.
Mm-hmm.
It has online connectivity on and all sorts of things. Digital Eclipse is doing the ports of all these, which is great to hear. It has the original arcade game, Turtles in Time Arcade, Hyperstone Heist, Tournament Fighters, all the different console iterations of Turtles that Konami has released. It seems like, unless they're missing any.
I don't think they are.
No, I think they've got them all.
They have the 4 NES
including-
games.
Including the Game Boy games, which
Yeah.
Follow the Foot Clan got a lot of play in my
Same here.
Game
Well,
Boy.
I mean, it was the first Turtles Game Boy game. Everybody I knew played that game.
Oh yeah. And it was not a great game, but it
I
was
loved it.
I did too.
it was a lot of fun.
It's super simplistic
Yep.
and it's
really
it's
easy.
very easy.
But
But
the
you
characters
know
are
what?
huge on the
It looks
screen.
it looked really nice.
It
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah.
I love
like
that game.
I liked Follow the Foot Clan. So
I got it
Me
for
too.
Christmas one year, and I finished it Christmas morning,
of course.
and then I played it again.
Mm-hmm. Probably several times over.
I
because
don't
the
know if I
batteries
ever
didn't
finished
die.
it. I don't think it's a long game. Maybe I did finish it.
Not. I think I finished it my first sitting, but again,
Oh my
loved
God.
every second of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, even what you were saying, because so it's got the 2 arcade games. It's got Turtles 2, which is the NES arcade game, Turtles 3, Tournament Fighters NES, which is different from Tournament Fighters Super Nintendo, which is different from Tournament Fighters Genesis,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and then Turtles in Time Super Nintendo, Hyperstone Heist Genesis, which again, 2 different games.
Yeah.
It's a kick-ass collection. And when you
This is
consider
really
back when the 360 and PS3 were a thing, remember people just pining for those games. It's like, oh, this is something we're just never going to see. And I mean, they did come around and then
Mhm.
immediately get delisted. But
Yeah.
it's like to have them all in one compilation, yes,
Yeah.
and done by a company that cares about them being emulated well.
And
Right.
it sounds like the arcade games might have the original audio.
The
I don't think they-
trailer made it seem that way because
Yeah, they I don't know if they've come right out and said this is confirmed, but
well, I think the only thing that have been like, because I bought the countercade, the Turtles countercade,
and
and
I'm glad I didn't.
well, it was only like $100 and something bucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of Oreos.
Yeah, whatever. Oreos. And I
many
think the
Lego
only
sets?
bit of music that was different was the intro to Turtles 2.
Didn't they change the voices in some of the recent ports?
I don't think so. Not on
Hmm.
that anyway. I could be
Hmm.
wrong. But it sounded, I mean, I'm more familiar with the original than Turtles 2. And
Right.
Turtles 1 sounded fine.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe they did change it.
I see.
Well, either way,
Either way, this is great.
I'm
It's a
totally
great-
buying it.
Compilation, and although it was debuted at the State of Play, it is coming for multiple systems, so it will be out on Switch and Xbox and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
And it's getting
Yeah.
a physical release too,
physical release as well.
which is great.
Yeah.
And then some of the titles have online play added.
That's right. TMNT Arcade, Turtles in Time Arcade, Hyperstone Heist, and Tournament Fighters have online.
Yes.
Oh, not the Super Nintendo game?
Yeah, it's weird that like Hyperstone Heist does, but SNES Turtles in Time does not.
Hmm.
That's,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
if
they all
there's
have co-op.
technical reason.
Couch co-op.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of
course,
course.
Yeah.
But-
Are they going to remove couch co-op?
Well, I don't know. I was just pointing it out. I'm not saying it. It's not really a
okay.
question.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So that's exciting. Yes, indeed. And some of the other things in the state of play. First of all, Capcom showed off a bunch of titles. The first one I want to talk about is Exo Primal, which I honestly thought was going to be a Dino Crisis game
Well,
because
that's what everyone thought, right?
yeah, it is the game or the trailer that opens up with like a black hole and suddenly dinosaurs just begin pouring out of it.
Just a waterfall of dinosaurs.
Which just seemed so amazingly awesome.
And
It's like this.
stupid.
I hope this and stupid. Yeah, I hope this game is like tongue-in-cheek humor, like knows how terrible that sort of premise is.
Well, it
You've
looks
got
like a higher
dinosaurs.
budget EDF,
It kind of
but
does.
with dinosaurs.
It kind of does, but I hope it plays really well. Because if it plays well,
unlike
I think
EDF.
I'd be in for it. But
Although you know what's terrible is I was super hyped about it until I saw that it's going to be like a kind of multiplayer focused thing.
well, of course, yeah.
And then I stopped caring.
Yeah.
Capcom hasn't really had a hit in that area so much outside of like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I guess
I
we'll
don't
see.
know.
I guess we'll see. But the rivers of dinosaurs was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Then of course they also they're doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R. Is that Capcom?
I
No
do
idea.
not know.
I don't know either. But hey, that's coming out on PlayStation. We got a new Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin demo, and
Yeah, I got to download that.
trailer for that thing. Forspoken, we saw some more of that. That actually, I'm kind of interested in just seeing how that turns out. We got a new Ghostwire Tokyo trailer. I watched the 18-minute video that IGN put up of Ghostwire Tokyo. It actually looks pretty good.
I think that game looks great.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested now.
Yeah.
Wait for reviews, but it looks nice. It looks a lot better than it did initially, I think. Gundam Evolution. So Bandai Namco bringing out a free-to-play first-person shooter with Gundam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looks like Overwatch, but Gundam.
I know.
Yeah.
That could be fun. I don't know. Gigabash, which is a kaiju fighting game, kind of King of the Monsters style. Not to be confused with the one that Way Forward is publishing, I think, in like a week or two.
Yeah, we're suddenly getting a
bunch of kaiju
lot of-
fighters.
lot of King of Monster knockoffs. So
Yeah,
That's
what's
okay.
the Way
that's fine.
Forward
Yeah.
one called? I don't remember.
CJ, you sound really excited about all of this stuff.
Dawn of the Monsters.
There it is.
There you go.
Is what it's
Let's
called.
face it, the big
It's all cell
reveal
shaded
from
and
that
stuff.
show was the turtles.
Turtles, yeah. I mean, that was the big
Everything
thing.
else is just like, that was also there.
Trek to Yomi looks good. That's a Devolver Digital kind of black and white.
That does look
samurai
interesting.
game. Yeah, that looked
That
cool.
looked like it could be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I know you guys are excited about the Returnal update.
Nope.
That's coming out.
Wait,
I
does
was-
it add easy mode?
That's
No.
what I was waiting for. I was
Nope,
like,
I was
are they tacking on an easy mode?
I was hoping that too. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, come on, easy mode.
But no.
No. Co-op and a Tower of Sisyphus mode, which
Which is
I don't
probably
even
just a
wanna,
harder mode.
I
Yeah.
don't even want to hear about it.
Yeah.
'Cause it seems like that would just be harder.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're doing a new Valkyrie profile entry called Valkyrie Elysium.
Oh, I wondered if that was some kind of Disco Elysium, just by the name Disco Elysium follow up or something.
No, it's Valkyrie profile.
Well, I know now because you said so, but
It's the big crossover.
yeah,
Oh, right. And then they showed off the Diofield Chronicle, the Diofield Chronicle. Anyway, it's a strategy RPG. Kind
I
of.
feel like I should have watched this before we started the show.
I guess you should have.
Hey, I watched it. I watched it myself. My
You
I
don't
goodness.
got
watched it
nothing
when
to
it was
say either.
live. I watched it when it was live. But yeah, the big news, TMNT, obviously.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. In other big news, Dead Space got a little bit more
Blade.
information about that. It's coming out early 2023.
Yeah,
That's the
Okay.
only piece
that's
of
too
news.
bad, but still happy that it's happening.
Me too. I'm very happy about that. And to round everything out, F-Zero X is out for the Nintendo
Today.
Switch Online service. If you have the expansion pass and have N64 games, it's out. It's available now. You can play online. All sorts of things. 60 frames per second. This is the game when F-Zero X came out. That's when I bought an N64.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, I
But
did
was
not
it the
own
reason you bought an
an-
N64? was it-
No,
I was gonna say,
it wasn't the reason.
not that that would have been a bad
It
reason,
was-
because F-Zero X is a fantastic game.
Yeah,
It's
Ocarina of
really,
Time was
really
like
good.
just about to come out, and I was like, okay, well, I need an
Yeah,
N64
time to
for
get
that.
it. Yeah,
So
but either way, I mean, F-Zero X, mwah, so good.
Mhm.
yeah,
And 60 frames per second, it already was.
it already was. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's not an improvement. That's just how great it was.
Even back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, that was, I always loved the fact that Nintendo made the decision with that game to not go for graphic fidelity
Mhm.
as much as just having a ton of race cars on screen
Yeah.
and have the whole thing locked at a really high frame rate. It's like, yeah, it wasn't the most pretty game in the world, but boy, did it play nice. It looked great in motion.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And
highly
some of
recommend.
the vehicles anyway look a little bit better than they did in their N64 incarnation.
No.
A little less jaggy.
Mm,
You know?
no,
But,
highly recommend.
Yeah, if you got yourself the expansion pass, go for it. Yeah. And by the way, next week is when we get
Mario.
the Mario Kart
Mario.
first drop of new Mario Kart tracks, which I'm very excited about. 4 new tracks, right? Is that right?
I don't know. Yes.
I think so,
6.
yeah.
It's either it's either 6 or I don't remember.
I think it's
Anyway,
4.
but new tracks. Hey, get
Yeah.
excited. All right. I guess that means it's time for what you've been playing.
All right.
I guess I'll start.
Do you think that's best?
I have been playing some more VR stuff this week.
Oh, yeah?
I'm really getting into it. I played some more Resident Evil 4 VR, and I've definitely gotten further in the game than I ever had on any of the previous versions of Resident Evil 4. And it's really a lot of fun. I don't know what's new and what has been added for this version and what was there in the original, but I'm loving it. I finally got past the area, and it's at the very beginning. It's very embarrassing that I never got past this, but there's like the first village that you get to
Mhm.
where there are a whole bunch of people out to kill you, and you run inside another building, and then the chainsaw guy comes and
Yep.
kills you, usually, at
Hmm.
least for me. Well, anyway, I I don't think I ever got past that area on the home consoles. That's
Yes.
like barely into the first chapter. And so I'm past that.
Even
past
I've gotten
I'm
past that.
past the first chapter, so I'm happy about that. And it's really fun in VR. I am doing the teleportation thing instead of the smooth locomotion, just because I cannot do the smooth locomotion. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I don't think one thing that I learned today is Shadowgate VR.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Based on the old map
old
adventure
I-
game?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Or is
I just
it a
happened to be
mod?
I just happened to be on Zojoy's website today because I'm getting ready to do another Sega CD article for our blog, and it's the Sherlock Holmes games. And of course, one of the guys that founded Zojoy was one of the people who worked on those old consulting detective games. So I just happened to be on their website, and they also actually re-released 3 of those Sherlock Holmes mysteries that you can get on Steam for like $7 for all 3 of them or something. And they released them on mobile and everything. But anyway, Shadowgate for Oculus is listed on their website.
Yeah, Shadowgate VR, The Mines of Mythrock.
Yeah. I have no idea what it's like, but I was like, I should try that.
Okay.
Because I mean, their reimagining was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I give this a shot. I'm sure it's not that expensive.
$24.99.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Only $50 Canadian.
Exactly.
Plus tax.
Yeah. All right. And I've also been playing a VR game called Knock. This just came out on Quest, and it's basically Rocket League, but instead you're using a bow and arrow.
Oh,
so you actually like pull it back and shoot an arrow at the ball. And to move around, you use your bow hand to like propel yourself to like grab the floor and basically swipe yourself forward or backwards or side to side.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use your other hand to jump into the air. And I only played one game, and I unfortunately I was standing and immediately felt like I was going to fall over.
Oh no. Is this like a dizzy thing or?
No, not a dizzy thing.
Okay.
Just, you know, when the game moves quite fast too, faster than any sort of smooth locomotion games that I'd been playing previously. So when I did the motion to move and started moving really fast, I basically like started falling forward.
Oh my.
So I think I'm gonna have to play seated from now on.
Okay.
Just to keep myself from falling over. But it's really fun. It is exactly Rocket League, except you're using a bow and arrow. So, and you do have to pick up arrows on the court itself.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't just shoot arrows at the ball.
So when you're shooting the bow and arrow, you're actually miming
you're miming the motion.
How does that feel in VR? Because
like you're miming.
It just
like you're miming.
It feels like the lack of tension from an actual bowstring would disrupt my flow in doing that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It seems like that would
I would say I hope
used to.
Either the next Oculus or maybe PSVR. Well, PSVR, the controllers they've said they do have these sort of tension triggers.
Okay.
That I think will help a lot with that immersion of actually pulling back a bow.
You know what you can do?
What's that?
Get a bungee cord.
Oh god.
Good.
Tether
and then fire your controller across.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Just launch it.
There are frames for like guns and things in VR, like that you can put touch controllers into, and then,
like the old Wii, like all those Wii accessories.
Yeah, or there was something for PlayStation.
I saw one of those recently, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they have those sort of gun stocks, and it's to the point too where I think there's a company that makes attachments that have kickback for pistols that actually have force feedback for that.
Oh, geez.
So that's kind of crazy. And you can get a VR vest.
Yeah.
Very much like the Aura Interactor, if you remember that.
I absolutely remember that, yeah.
We'll let you feel the hits, but yeah.
Really puts me in the game.
Is that hits with a Z?
Hits with a Z.
I got my fingerless neoprene Batman gloves too.
Gamer gloves.
To
help me.
But anyway, this Knock game, you can play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 games. You can play with bots. It's really quite cool. It has a pretty minimalistic style to it, and moves really nicely. So that just launched, and it's on the Oculus Store for $10. Yeah,
not bad.
It's a fun time. I think that's all. I mean, I've been playing a little bit more Pokemon. I played some other things that some other people are going to talk about a little later, but I'll let Phil.
You played Gran Turismo 7 too?
No, just Phil. Just Phil.
You played Phil.
Phil. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing the things that Phil played, so I'll let Phil talk about those, and then I'll chime in.
Well, I was playing some Gran Turismo 7. I'm excited to have
Wait a second.
get CJ's thoughts on that.
I hear that game is horny for cars. Real
What?
car horny.
Oh, hold on a second
Game.
here.
Oh,
Just in
horny.
general.
I wasn't sure what you said there.
I said horny.
Is that a reference to something?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's all about cars and loving cars. A little too much.
It's like that
Yeah.
Turning Red movie. Did you see that?
I
That
saw
review that went up
Yeah.
that talked about how it's the horniest Pixar movie, and it's like this movie's
What?
about like 13-year-olds. Come on.
I know. I know.
Weird.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, it was. They took.
I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit of it. My daughter was very excited about Turning Red, and so wanted to watch some of it before school this morning. So
Yeah.
we did,
Oh,
and
good.
super cute movie.
Yeah, we're gonna
really
we're
like
gonna
it
watch
so
it tomorrow. I think that's gonna be our
I've
you know,
kicked my kids out for the weekend, so I'm not watching it this weekend.
dinner time movie.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to it. It does look really cute.
It is. It is. I can confirm.
Hey, you know
All
what
right.
else is cute?
What?
The hot new game coming from Nintendo in the next couple weeks.
Heard of it?
What have you heard of? I
The
haven't said
game that
what
you're
it
about
is.
to talk about. I've heard they're making a hot new game.
They are making a hot new game. It's called Kirby and the Forgotten Land demo version, which is
No, just demo ver.
Demo
Yeah.
ver is
Get it
available now. Full ver coming soon. Demo ver ready to download to your device immediately,
Yeah.
which I did, and I played it. I played the demo.
Me
And
too.
I take it you did as well.
I did.
That's very exciting.
Now,
You
Phil,
should-
let me ask you a very important question. Very
Oh,
important.
here we go.
Did you play in normal mode, or did you throw
see,
caution
here-
to the wind and select wild mode?
Here's the thing, people have been getting on our case about how we have gone soft. How we're
Yeah.
not.
Oh, I went
true-
soft a long time ago. Physically.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else. We're not true gamers. TM,
Right.
capital G.
Yeah.
Puke.
This- We're playing I'm playing Horizon on the story mode. I'm not playing Elden Ring.
Every now and then, I just like to bust out the original Mega Man and play through it in one life, just to remind people how much of a
Yeah.
gamer I'm not.
I'm playing Resident Evil 4 VR on easy. I've got 74 bullets in my ready to go
See?
in my pistol. It's fine.
But I'll tell you what, Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
I went straight into wild mode. I got the guts and the glory,
Yeah.
Yes, I did play on wild mode. I mean, it's a Kirby game. Kirby games are
Me
easy.
too.
That's kind of the point of Kirby games. So,
Yes.
so this demo lets you play through 3 stages,
Yep.
I believe, and then a boss fight, which I was shocked to discover, spoiler, I guess, was not against Wispy Woods.
Oh, is that the name of the tree?
Wispy Wood,
Yeah.
Wispy Woods
Okay.
is traditionally your first Kirby boss in a
Mhm.
lot of the games.
Yeah.
You got to fight that.
Even
tree
I
in
know
some,
that.
Some
and I don't
form
play
or another.
Kirby games.
Well,
Yeah.
if you've seen a screenshot of Kirby in
Yeah,
any
you've
video
seen
game
that.
magazine in
Yeah.
the late 90s, you've seen that boss.
But yeah, I played through these stages, and you are in the kind of like Last of Us looking environment.
Yeah.
The sort of abandoned, overgrown city, and
It's a weird way to go for a Kirby game.
it is, but I like
Kind
it.
of works.
It kind of does. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a Kirby game. You're going to enjoy Kirby games, because Kirby games are typically good. They're typically fun. Sometimes Kirby games will be a little too slow for me, and I'll kind of like bounce off of them just due to the pace. But this one seemed really good. It's got kind of a more open 3D platformy feel, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm as excited as I was about it before. I am more so now, having played the demo. So,
I mean, it's super easy.
well, of course
Even
it
the
is.
wild mode.
Of course it
was
is.
super easy.
Yes.
And the boss, I think I chose the wrong power up to go in with. I was the ice power up, which that was not a good selection for that boss.
Yeah, ice does not beat monkey.
Nope, ice does
Nope.
not beat monkey. I
Nope.
learned the hard way.
Yeah.
So I ended up just like removing that power and just beating the boss the traditional way.
Well, that's what I usually do. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if this is a mental thing that I have, but it always seems like in Kirby games that for as useful as those powers are going through stages, when you come to a boss, I tend to just drop the power and go with inhaling the stars that come out.
Drop the zero and go get with the hero.
Precisely. Precisely.
Okay.
So that's what I forget what power I went in with, but after trying a couple 2-3 attacks, I dumped it and went with just beating it,
inhaling
stars and shooting them back at him.
Yeah.
Because that always seems to be more effective. So
yeah, it was quite effective.
yes.
Yeah.
But it's a really good game. And boy, oh boy, that soundtrack. The music's good.
Yeah.
That's a good soundtrack to a video game. I'm very excited. I mean, of course it's easy. It's a Kirby game. But
did you play any 2-player?
I did not yet.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay. But
it's available to play
yes.
2-player. You can do it.
Yeah. So, but yeah. It's I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to be picking it up day one.
Me too.
Yeah. And did you go back and play the demo a second time?
I did not.
Okay, because once you finish the demo, it does say you can play through it again, and it like unlocks new, like kind of a second tier of the powers you can get. So there's like new moves or something.
Yep.
No, I got to go back and try it again, but yeah, I have not done it yet. But yeah, it's good.
What was your favorite of the mouthful modes that were in the demo? Because it allows you to.
Oh yeah, you get a lot of mouthfuls.
A vending machine where you spit
Kirby
out
never swallows though.
Yep.
Bombs. Well, of course not.
You get the car, of course, the iconic car, the new classic Kirby inhaling a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the vending machine. You get the cones. What else was it? Was that all of them?
I think that might have been it for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the car, you can just you inhale the car and then you can just drive around. The vending machine.
Yeah, it's gonna smash into stuff. And
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can like drive through barriers or something like that. The vending machine lets you shoot out soda cans, and then the cone is kind of like a downward attack. Like you jump up and slam.
Yeah, so if there are like cracks in the environment or something, you can do like a stomp on them. And
I liked the cone.
Yeah, me too.
I like the cone. It seemed the most versatile and the most interesting from a gameplay mechanic.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Yes, I'm ready.
See what else they have Kirby inhale in the course of the game.
Exactly. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. So other than that, I played a little more Horizon this week, but just a very little bit. So I don't have anything new to discuss with that, but that's what I have been playing.
I bumped the difficulty down to story.
Yeah,
sweet.
Soft.
Well, you were so worn out. You were so worn out by Kirby's Wild mode.
I know.
Like, how much intensity can you take?
I needed a break.
Yeah,
from Wild
mouth
mode.
needed a break.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just want to kick back, get a mouthful, and then you can move on to different games.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I have been playing.
All right, Greg, tell us all about Gran Turismo 7.
Car
I
talk.
haven't played it yet.
Oh,
Oh.
no car talk.
Somehow I don't believe that because I've been watching the racing channel on the P1 Discord and I know that you have.
Yes, absolutely, we have. And one of my favorite things about this is that you have to unlock everything in Gran Turismo 7, which I'm actually not too crazy about. But like, I mean, even like online play and pretty
Right.
much all the tracks and stuff like that. So the crew that I've been racing with regularly, who are on our racing Discord, we've just been opening up our chat, and like the first couple of nights in particular, there were just a bunch of us in there chatting while we're all playing through the single player mode, and sort of commenting on the game. It's awesome. I'm really happy with it. It looks gorgeous. It's a nice step up considering sort of how long in the tooth Gran Turismo Sport was. It's not only was it a PS4 game, but it was a pretty old PS4 game at this point. And the additions of, well, the physics are a little bit different, which is interesting, getting to grips with it. The additions of things like changing weather and time of day changes. Time of day changes in particular are fantastic. I'm so happy those are back to see even little things like the shadows are moving, and we ran a couple of online races, and we started in the daytime, and the time changes and the weather changes are subtle enough that like you'll start and you're like under a blue sky, and then you'll kind of notice how not only have clouds come over, but like the lighting has completely, like the lighting has gotten that really, gets sort of that really muted overcast look to it. Like the lighting in general in the game is gorgeous.
Hmm.
It's definitely a numbered Gran Turismo in that the single player mode, it's the menus are, good lord, the menus in Gran Turismo games have always been terrible, and this is no exception. It's kind of funny though. It's what one of the things that the PS5 has brought to the table is the fact that everything loads so fast
Hmm.
that it's kind of makes their menu system a little less painful, because yes, you still have to do like 5 more button clicks to accomplish anything than you actually should have to do. But since the menus load so quickly, it's at least, you don't have to wait as long for everything. But yeah, so like the single player mode is when you get in there, they've gone back to this sort of world map UI that is reminiscent of like Gran Turismo 4, which is not intuitive. It's hard you don't know where everything is, and you have to unlock most of it, and it just feeds you everything in drips and drabs. There's a couple of nice things that they've done though that I do like, which is the main gameplay mode is based on this weird cafe menu system, which has nothing to do with cars. You go to this cafe in the middle of town and you get a menu, and the menu will be like, this menu is about collecting Chevrolets, and there'll be 3 silhouettes of Chevrolet vehicles, and it's like, all right, we want you to go out into the game and find these cars. So you can own them. But then the one good thing they've done with this UI, considering how weird it is to navigate, is they put this little gold compass where you're supposed to go. So it's like you go into the main menu and it's like, okay, whatever option has this little gold compass icon is where I have to be next. And so it at least guides you there, which is thankfully is very nice. But I think the biggest thing that I'm getting from the game so far, as much as I'm enjoying playing it, and although having to unlock everything is a bit of a pain, at the same time, having a bunch of people to play together with has made that more fun to be able to sit and chat. Is the game is definitely about 6 months too early. It's
Really?
it's buggy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially the online stuff. Like the online, the multiplayer online feels unfinished. We went on and we did some online racing, and to be fair, this was the second night, and just little things like when you're racing, like the optimum racing line helper assist would just come on. Like, like I don't use that in Gran Turismo. I do use it in some other games, but I don't usually use it in Gran Turismo. And like the second race online in the same lobby where my settings have it turned off, it was just on in the second race. And
That's
like the
weird.
music, I always turn the music off in the racing, and like online, the music had popped on. And things like if you go into the menu to change settings in online, you can't actually do it. The menu's there and you can navigate it, but nothing works. So like it's,
what?
you know what I mean? Like there's just you
Ooh.
know that somewhere on like a Jira board or something, there's like a list of known shippable bugs that just need to work through.
Yeah.
And some of these modes were they just weren't finished.
Oh, geez.
Or like we were using another example in that lobby, we're using the time of day change, which worked and it was great. But like then somebody else came into the lobby and he was using the mode where you get to watch the race, and he posted some footage of the replay he was watching, but like the part of the race that we were in, which was in the middle of the night, so it was full darkness, all the headlights were on and everything. In his replay, it was the middle of the day, like it was fully lit daytime. So again, there's just some weirdness in there. It needs some bug fixes, but that's not uncommon for games in general. It's really not uncommon for Gran Turismo games in the last, especially Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo Sport was a mess when it came out too, so nobody's really surprised. But it's nice to be able to jump in. It's nice to have a full actual Gran Turismo single player mode, for better or worse, but it's nice to have it back if you're a person who's nostalgic for that, which I am, despite the fact that I know that it's not really great design.
How many license tests have you had to do?
I've only had to do like 8 right now. The game progression isn't based on that anymore.
Okay.
They're still there, and at various points they say you need to go get this license, but it's not like you can't do anything else until you do this license.
Okay.
Like that's not a thing. So but some of the other things the other thing that they've added that the crew that I race with is really excited about is we have discovered that multi-class racing actually works, which we're super excited to get going with the next Gran Turismo Player One Podcast Racing League. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. People have been asking my opinion on it. I love what they've added. Like I said, it looks gorgeous. Especially in replay mode. They've added some very cool new replay cameras, which I really like. I love that the original tracks from like the first Gran Turismo have come back. Like they've rebuilt them for PlayStation 5 and they look gorgeous. Like High Speed Ring and Deep Forest and Trial Mountain, especially those 3. And I love what is planned. Like you can see just by looking at the bones of what's there. It's like when this all works the way it's supposed to, it's going to be great. But we need to be patient. If you get it now, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to yet.
Right. Right.
But they released a patch yesterday or today that fixed some bugs. I think there was like a dirt tire bug in some of the license tests, but it also introduced other bugs apparently. So, it's a moving target.
Game development.
Yeah. Game development 2022, where you release the game and then you finish it. So
right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really, really digging it. And I haven't been playing anything else. I mean, my wheel's been connected for the last week or so. And when I turn on my PlayStation 5, that's what I play. So yeah, that's awesome. Digging it.
Very nice.
Excellent. All right. Well, I guess we can move along and do tweets now. Is it time for tweets?
Let's find out. Tweet-a-dee-dee-dee. A tweet-a-dee-dee-dee. Tweet. A tweet. It is.
There we go.
There we go.
Officially.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do this hacker alias Nar Warrior question. He says, do you guys have any third-party grips on your thumbsticks?
No.
My son does.
I do not.
He
Yeah?
does.
Your son does?
I couldn't tell you what they are, but he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
I
he
have
like them?
Yeah, he loves them.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever used third-party grips.
No, I never have either.
Anytime that I've like run into trying them out or using them, I just don't feel like I need them. They kind of feel weird. So
Probably because you're not a real gamer. If you'd stop playing everything on easy, maybe you'd need some third-party grips.
that's possible. Yeah. I don't think grips would make me any better at video games. So, yeah. But the Elite controller has, different parts you can swap out. And
Oh, I forgot
I
you
didn't-
have one of those.
I didn't swap anything out. I just used the
Those
standard.
Elite
In
controllers
fact,
are nice.
I even took off the paddles on the back, like on the Elite controller. They have like the 4-button paddles on the back.
Yeah.
You can only assign them to buttons that already exist on the controller, so you can't like assign them to new functions, which is kind of
Can't
unfortunate.
assign them to like macros or anything.
No.
That's too bad. That'd be a nice
Yeah.
feature.
Yeah, that would be a nice feature, but no, they don't. They don't have you. They don't give you the ability to do that, not natively anyway. So, yeah, I took the paddles off because I was accidentally pressing them while playing Sea of Thieves or whatever. I had initially put some things on the back paddles, and then like in the heat of combat or something, I accidentally would press the bucket button or something.
And what is the bucket?
Oh, you throw the
It's out a bucket and like scoop some water or something. Like I would accidentally like do something wrong, like take out fruit or something like
can't
that.
have that.
It's like no.
You don't want to be in the middle of a
Embarrassing.
battle and then start exposing your fruit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well,
Exposing your banana.
and then embarrass yourself
Other
in front of all the
pirates.
other pirates.
I know. Seriously.
it's more like a plantain, isn't it?
Anything
So
to fight off the scurvy.
I am clearly not an elite gamer with the paddles, but the build quality on it was nice. So
I'm good.
kept it around for that. Unfortunately, the sticks broke. So,
Jesus.
yeah.
My
Couldn't have been,
goodness.
but it was probably the thousands of hours of Sea of Thieves. You're saying?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. After thousands of hours of Sea
You
of
wore
Thieves,
it
of course.
down.
But then I swapped it out for this. They have alternate analog sticks that are higher up. They're raised
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
for more accuracy. You see, more travel in
okay.
the analog sticks, which again, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just did not do well. But anyway. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias I finally watched, who says, do you have any podcast games? That's games where you listen to something else while playing.
No, I
afraid
mean,
I
I
don't.
think I just described that a little bit with Gran Turismo, but I'm
Yeah.
not listening to
Yeah.
podcasts. I'm talking to people.
Yeah. Or like Switch games where you'll be playing something and watching television at the same time. Do you have anything like
No,
that?
I never
No,
do
I
that.
don't.
No?
I don't do that either.
I occasionally do.
If I'm watching TV, I'm watching TV. If I'm playing a game, I'm playing a game. If I'm listening to a podcast, I'm listening to a podcast.
I know there are people who hang out at my Twitch channel who are sometimes playing other games and they're just there to, listen to
Yeah.
my
Right.
audio and chat with the other folks in the channel.
Yeah.
I know it's a thing, but I don't do it.
Yeah, I can't split my attention. I'm too dim of mind to
And soft of body.
well, I don't like to brag.
There you go. All right. Let's do this one from Hacker
Getting a lot of
Alias.
questions where the answer is just no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pick better questions, CJ.
Better questions. This one will be a better question.
And of course that's no fault of the good folks asking the questions. We're just
No,
dull people.
Just exceedingly dull.
Yeah.
Which is why we shouldn't do a Switch retrospective. We wouldn't even
Oh,
be
I have plenty
interesting.
to talk about there.
Hey, wasn't that first year of Switch really good? Some awesome
Agreed.
games there.
What were the
That's
first
it.
year games on the Switch?
Well, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS.
Oh, so Wii U games?
Splatoon
Well, see,
2.
if you listen to our retrospective episode, you'd know, Greg.
Yeah. Super
Mhm.
Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, there's a lot.
Hmm.
All right, let's do this one from Acrelius Semi-Fracky, who said, if Phil and CJ were to come to Halifax, what fun activities would Greg have planned?
None. I wouldn't be here that week. You guys have to warn me if you ever do that.
Smart move.
Wouldn't have anything planned for us. Gosh.
I mean, we'd order donaires because we have to do that.
Well,
Of course.
that's a definite.
That's a
yeah.
given. CJ's had one before, so he knows.
I have. Yeah.
I don't know. There's lots of different places to go around
Good.
here, but they're all sort of historic and
Go to some maritime museums.
maritime museums and the Citadel Hill and I mean, if we want to go to Cape Breton, there's lots of cool stuff up there too. And yeah, there's
Yeah.
stuff.
Tell you what, let's just go to that ferry where they have that Ninja Turtle machine,
Yeah, exactly.
and we'll just spend the day playing that.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine by me.
Go to some races. Come in the summer and I'll make them go to a race.
Maybe I'll bring
Perfect.
my Switch.
There you go. See something you could do while you're listening to the race. What kind of
I'll
racing
also
games
bring
do
my
you
Switch.
have while I play Mario while I'm at the races?
Exactly.
Can we play F-Zero X while
Mm.
the race
There we
is going
go.
on? Yeah.
Do you need an internet connection for that?
I don't know if you do, actually.
think
Can
you
you play
do.
locally with multiple switches?
I don't.
No,
know.
I'm talking more about the fact, can you even load the game up if you don't have an internet connection? Doesn't need to
Oh,
check
well,
that you have
yeah.
a Nintendo Online.
You only need to check it occasionally. You don't need to
Oh, okay.
have a persistent connection. I think it checks like once every 7 days or something like that.
Hmm.
Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up with this one. Who says,
You're not going to say who it is? Okay.
Namava.
Ah.
Namava. Who says
Namva?
Stewart is missing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with Stream Fam to record P1P tonight. Therefore, I humbly request that Phil and CJ accuse Seward of using the podcast to avoid a humiliating defeat in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So,
J'accuse.
See, I've
j'accuse.
raced against Namava before, and I've never had a humiliating defeat in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So
Oh, wow.
How do we know that?
I don't feel like
didn't
that's
see
going to
it.
start now.
I didn't see the replay.
Actually, if you go to my Twitch channel, you'll see me taking him out with a green shell in the opening scenes. I think it's the one modern game I have on the montage at the beginning of the stream.
Oh,
Like
really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Not even a red shell.
no, it's a green shell.
Oh my goodness.
'Cause I got
Oh.
skills, yo.
Apparently.
Damn.
My goodness.
It's embarrassing for him.
You know what though? When Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, when that track update comes out, we should
Next
do
week,
like
right?
that's next week. Yeah, we should do a game night or something where
I'm
we
down for that.
create a lobby and people can come and face us.
I mean, I will
Yeah.
lose.
Do that. I'm sure I will too, but we'll be racing on the new tracks and that'll be fun.
That's
I'm
true.
down. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Although, does it work with the new tracks if somebody doesn't have the new tracks? Like, does everybody in the lobby has to have
I don't know.
the new tracks?
Are you asking us, or
I'm asking you.
why would we know that?
I don't know.
I sure don't know.
All right, but we will do that and put something on in Discord or on Twitter when we get that going.
Social media.
Social media is the answer.
Follow our
To everything.
TikTok. to
All of
find
the
out.
world's problems
Don't
can
follow our
be
TikTok.
answered by social media.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, no. Not really.
Created by social media.
Yeah. I think that's where we should stop.
Is that it?
That's it.
I'm gonna go load up Mario Kart 8 and see if I can.
We did
get
a
in there
quick
and
one.
We did a quick
name
one
of
this
his
week.
butt.
There you go.
Look, we got things to do.
This is less than an hour.
Places
I
to
know.
You guys
go.
suck.
Well, after Phil's done with the outro, it'll be an hour and 10 minutes.
That's
Yeah, I
fair.
can stretch it out if we need to.
That's fair. You make a good point.
Oh, it's my time to shine.
Here it is. I told you it'll be every week now. Y'all love the devil now.
Yeah,
Wait
see?
10 weeks.
Clearly, I was waiting for you to turn on the auto tune for the tweet song. It didn't happen. I was very disappointed.
Tweedledee. Oh wait, hold on.
Tweedledee. Oh, that's
Whoa.
a different voice.
That's,
Oh boy.
it's entirely different.
There we there. Never mind.
It didn't work.
I'm learning how to use this thing. Cut me some slack. There we
No.
go.
No slack for you, sir.
Oh, I sniffled and forgot to hit the mute button here. Let me try it again. There we go.
I do like that it has a mute button on there that doesn't like
You
make
realize
noise
that we're
when
talking
you-
about something that nobody who's watching can see. And
Yeah, well,
like,
no, I'm
have
playing
this
around with my
discussion
little.
after the show.
I'm playing around
Nah.
with my mixer table here now.
Yeah.
I feel like a big shot record producer.
Oh, you're loading up the. You're really
Greg's got
doing
his-
it. Or-
Is Mario
Kart
Kart.
8.
There it goes.
It's timeless. It's timeless.
We're gonna get it flagged now on YouTube.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna get a Nintendo takedown notice. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward, and you will also find Generation 16 episodes there as well. Whenever Greg gets around to stop playing Mario Kart 8 and get on the making content for YouTube train. This is where you say what you're working on.
The new episode of Generation 16.
He's working on Mario Kart right now.
Yep, I know. You should put that away so it doesn't mess with his audio levels.
I just turned it all the way down.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and you'll also find show notes and links to all the things we talked about on the episode, and you'll find a Discord link where you can discuss this episode. You can play Mario Kart. You can play Gran Turismo with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Stitcher Radio or on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our episodes on the youtubes.com/P1Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions, all sorts of places. Typically, we do our show on Sunday nights at 5:30 specific time. Not this week, mind you. This week, we're doing it on a Friday evening. But
that's right.
You know, usually it's the Sunday nights. Tell you what, I'll make it easy on you. Go over to the Twitter, follow our Twitter account, which is just @P1 Podcast, and we'll post when we're doing our next live show, and then you can join us. Why don't you?
Sounds
it's
like
free.
a plan.
True. You know, all it costs is your time. And really, what are you doing? What are you doing with that?
Right?
Exactly. What are we doing with that? Even less.
Wasting it.
Mm-hmm.
We are wasting your time.
I thought we were wasting our time, but no, you're right. We're wasting pretty much everyone's time involved here.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, if you've liked what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. CJ's got to buy a bunch of those super elite Xbox controllers to break.
Mm-hmm. He keeps taking his apart.
Yeah, he's going through them like they were a tub full of Oreo.
True.
Mm-hmm. You know what, though? Your Patreon funds do, of course, help support our show. He keeps us streaming and allowing
the devil to show up
and stuff like that. You know, all those costs that go into a podcast. My gosh. And I'll tell you what, friendos, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
cheap.
There it is. You gain access to a special bonus episode that we record right after this, where we play games crack wise, having fun doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. You know what? I'm not used to doing this on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My timing's off.
What I love is that I haven't been paying attention to this, and I haven't missed a cue yet.
That's true. I mean, you have like 2 cues.
I know.
So what you're saying is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is your podcast game.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Go back to the earlier question.
Let's
you just play it while
in.
You're recording one instead of listening to one.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. CJ.
Yeah. Huh?
Do we have a game for this week?
Hey, I just want to call out. I haven't. I've been meeting all my cues, and I still beat Namava. Mario Kart 8 online.
Wow.
Look, where did he finish? Wow. We don't even know.
Congratulations,
but
Greg.
It wasn't first.
Good job. You did it.
That Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a great game.
Are you playing as Mario on that?
I always play as Mario.
Oh, okay.
Mario.
Mean.
Dull as dishwater.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Still won the race.
Try a little variety, man.
Namava.
My goodness. What's the game we have, CJ?
Oh, we have a Jeopardy game.
Oh.
It's about niche genres.
Oh, I love niche genres.
So this will be really interesting. I
Sounds
hope.
like something you need a lotion for.
Who sent that in?
Oh, it's Hind D, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's a Russian helicopter doing here? I can't. I gotta figure. I'm still figuring out this.
You're relying too much on the new hardware. Your voices are actually
Yeah.
going now.
I know, right? I gotta.
Yeah.
I'm still fiddling with this board. I'll still be fiddling with this board in about 3 years.
Fill it in.
So-
Yeah, it's probably true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to that,
Yeah.
and
me
I
too.
hope everyone else is too. Hey, and I'll tell you what, if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to Generation 16's Patreon page at patreon.com/Generation16. It's Greg Seward's outstanding, and it is outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you are a Patreon donor of the $5 per episode variety,
Also cheap.
you get access to the weekly commute where I talk about the production of each episode, the other videos I'm working on, what I really think about Phil and CJ.
He loves
Was
us.
the moon landing real and all the other things doctors don't want you to know about.
The moon landing was real, but it was not Earth's moon. That's what they don't want you to know.
Ah, see.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yes, please support the show.
There you go. And I guess that's it, right, folks?
Yeah.
CJ,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Of course. Gregory,
Yo.
thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
My gosh, that's very nice of you. You're very welcome. And of course, thank you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners, every single one of you. Remember, as always, take care of yourselves, your family, your loved ones, your friends. Do what you got to do to stay healthy. Do what you got to do to stay safe. We hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.